Hi, and welcome to the video course for ICND2, that's Interconnecting Cisco Network Devices. This is for the routing and switching portion of the CCNA exam. My name is Patrick Lohner, and I'll be your instructor on this course. Just tell you a little bit about my background. I've been in the IT industry since 99, 2000. I first got certified with Microsoft as a Microsoft Certified Systems Engineer, but also CompTIA certifications, and CCNA was one of the original certs that I obtained, which is the very same as most others. Anybody trying to get into this industry looks to try to get that benchmark certification. From there, I began teaching and working with a variety of Microsoft products as well as Cisco routers and switches on the local LAN, implementing Cisco firewalls from time to time at a couple of different locations as well. For the last 8 years, I've been working as a freelance kind of contract trainer and network consultant. I have been involved in networking projects with organizations and also projects involving services sort of on the software side of things, so Active Directory and Exchange for Microsoft. But we're going to dig in and get into the details of routing and switching and get you the information that you need to pass the routing and switching portion of the CCNA exam. So let's look now at the outline of topics that we're going to cover in this course. This is an addendum, if you will, a second course to ICND1. There are some overlapping concepts. But for the most part, we're building on top of what ICND1 had. We are going to start by looking at Ethernet LAN fundamentals, just the fundamentals of a switch. What does a switch do? How does it work? What are its primary goals? And how does it actually achieve those goals? We'll take a little bit more detailed look into virtual LANs. Those are used in virtually every environment today. And so we'll look at how to configure VLANs, the concept of VLAN trunking, and then specifically a new thing for ICND2 would be the implementation of the VLAN trunking protocol. We're going to spend a lot more time here than we did in ICND1 looking at routing. So we have a whole chapter on routing protocols that were barely mentioned in the other video course. But of course, the title of this is Routing and Switching. So we're looking at OSPF, the Open Shortest Path First routing protocol, EIGRP, which is Cisco's Enhanced Interior Gateway Routing Protocol, Border Gateway Protocol, which is an exterior routing protocol. We need to understand the concepts behind all of these and then how to actually go about implementing them on a Cisco router. Another area of focus will be wide area networks. Again, mentioned very briefly in the other course, but here we'll go into configuring point-to-point wide area network links via leased lines using point-to-point protocol and HDLC. We'll look at configuring MPLS over Ethernet and then VPN-style wide area networks. We're going to look at some services, IPv4 services. This is definitely where there is an overlap because there's just an overlap in the objectives. We're looking at a standard access control list as well as extended and named access control list and the capabilities that they provide for network engineers to control exactly what can flow in and out of the interfaces on a router. And we'll spend some time there looking at quality of service as well, how we can identify and prioritize certain types of traffic on the internal network. We'll look at a little bit of management of Cisco network devices using SNMP, using IPSLA, and some other concepts that just really didn't fit in with ICND1. We'll take some time looking at troubleshooting IPv4 routing processes. We'll also implement and troubleshoot IPv6 routing processes. And then the final chapter there will be on cloud-based computing. This, of course, strays away from the standard routing and switching topics, but Cisco recognizes cloud computing as definitely an emerging technology. It does have a relationship to networking. There's software-defined networking, and so we need to understand exactly how we would go about implementing that. So those are the topics, or at least the high-level topics that we'll be covering here in ICND2, the routing and switching video course. Once again, my name is Patrick Lohner. It's my pleasure to be your instructor on this course. Let's get started.